Hey, what's up, family? Welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. It's Sharp Hands. Today I'm gonna show you guys how to do a mid taper with the Slickback, Brushback, whatever you guys want to call it. Right now we're brushing down my client's hair, see what naturally lays down, see what can probably suit him the best. Then we go and do that C cup first, and then putting in that ball line. Right here, we're starting off with the section. We're sectioning off from the front of his hair to all the way to the back till we meet to his crown. It just makes it much better for ourselves to work with. And all this bulk right here to the side, we're gonna cut that just to get it out the way. Now we're taking some of this weight off, just a bit, nothing crazy, just so we can have a better and clearer canvas. We're doing the same for the other side, taking some of that weight off, some of that excess weight that we don't need. Then I proceed with shear with comb, and for the best way for me that shear with comb works for me is I elevate my comb as I go up, and I go up with my shears. It just makes it much better to blend in, and then I just keep checking, brushing everything down. All those long strands of hair, I try to cut them off as best as I can. I'll make sure I brush back everything that lays in the natural position. See how everything gradually goes down. Now we're going with the clipper roll comb. I'm using my Oster Fast Feeds. The best way you can deal with clipper roll comb is I put my flat top comb against my client's head, and then right after I put it against his head, I kind of tilt my comb. I put it in an angle. It makes it much better for myself. And we just cut all of that like that right there. Make sure you dust off your clients. It's the little details that matter. Now we're going with no guard closed, 1/2 inch. Now we're going with the 1 guard closed. Now we're going up 1 inch. Now we got our 2 open. Right here we're flicking out, most of the bulk. We're trying to keep most of the bulk here. We're just flicking out for the most part. We're not really trying to set another guideline here. Then we closed it with our number 2. And now we stay right underneath where we were. Then we slap on the 1 1/2 open. And then we stay underneath where we were again. And we're just flicking out once again. Right here, kind of staying more flat, using our corner to soften that line up between the 2 open, 2 closed. Now we're going with our 1/2 guard closed, just flicking out that line. And just opening and closing. Every time I open, I go up a bit more. Every time I close, I go down a bit more from where I was previously. As you can see, I left a little residual line right there that will be easily taken off with our trimmer. Just flicking out using our corner of the trimmer. I noticed there was still some weight there, so we went with shear with comb. I'm going to show you guys a different way I fade and taper. I go with the 1/2 guard close, and I go 1/4 inch flicking out, and then I open up the lever again, 1/4 inch flicking out. Then I'll open up the lever once again flicking out, going up from where we were, using my corner for the most part. And then we open up that notch once again, and I go up. And again, once I go up bit by bit, and now I'm pretty much fully open, and I still keep going up, making it nice and bursted out. I love this technique I use, even though it takes some practice and it takes some time to get used to it. Now we go with the 2 open around the ear, flicking out all that bulk around the ear, just to bring everything together. I really like this method of fading because it's much easier. For me, it's much easier, but it's definitely much faster. Now here we closed it, just flicking out using our corner. Same thing we did on the other side, flicking out. Then we went with our 1 1/2 guard closed. Then we gradually opened it. Then we quickly jumped to the 1 guard close with my Oster fast feet, flicking out using our corner. Same thing. Then we do a shit over comb, remove some of that bulk. Now pretty much for our last step here is go with our no guard closed, open up that lever, keep closing and opening using our corner, flicking out, just doing pretty much detail work, pretty much bringing everything together. Now we went with our clipper over comb, removing some of that weight. A trick I like to use to remove some of that weight is going over with my trimmer, just literally just gliding it. Now we go proceed to the back, putting our ball line. The whole back I pretty much clipper over combed everything, made sure everything was nice and even all around. As you can see, I'm putting in my flat top comb against his head, and then just putting it in a slight angle to remove all that bulk. Then we went with our blade closed, then our 1 guard closed, making sure it's a good inch apart. Then we proceed with the 2 open. Just flicking out that bulk, making sure the blade is flat, and then as we scoop up, we scooping up as we go. Then we're going with the 1 1/2. Pretty much for the last step is go with our 1/2 guard close, making sure we did literally the same thing we have done on this side of the tapers, is go 1/4 inch up, and every time we open up the lever we go up, every time we open up the lever we go up, every time we close it we go down. As you can see, it's starting to come together. We're just opening and closing, playing with our lever is pretty much key here, using our corner. Same thing we did on the side, 1/2 guard close, we're going up 1/4 inch, flicking out. We open up the notch, go up, open up the notch again, go up, and every time I close it I stay down from where I was. Right here is pretty much detailing, opening and closing using our corner. Open up that lever, see what's cutting, see what's not. Like I explained, I go every time I open up that lever I go up a bit more, and every time I close down that lever I stay down, I go down from where I previously was. Right here we're just laying out the back of the taper, make sure it's crispy. Right here I noticed there was still some weight kind of overhanging, so I made sure I go with that with the shear over comb, and I dealt with it. Same thing on the other side, there was some weight overhanging, I made sure I cut that. All this excess weight, making sure we dealt with that with the shear over comb, same thing as what we did on the other side. I didn't cut much from the top, but what I did focus on is the back of his head, all those hairs overhanging, all those long strands that would just look very disconnected. I made sure I took care of that. Pretty much right here, I'm just cross-checking, make sure everything is even from the top, and if it's not, all those long strands, I made sure I took care of that and I cut that. Like I said, I'm just making sure, taking my time, everything looks even from the top, because that's what's going to complement this haircut very well. Now for the styling phase, keep in mind when you're styling and using your blow dryer, you making sure the blow dryer does the work for you. You make sure the air movement does the work for you. I like to have my blow dryer to medium to high speed, making sure I throw that air literally the direction I want the hair to lay nicely in, to hair to flow into. Right here I'm going with the razor over comb. Is a little technique I learned just to take out little flyaway hairs, and it just makes the haircut pop a little bit more, taking out all the flyaway hairs, making sure all the hair flows into nicely. But this is the finished cut. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching, taking the time out of your day to watch this. Make sure to give it a like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who's trying to become a barber. And thank you all for watching this. Hopefully you guys have an amazing and great day. And thank you so much, everybody, for the support.